Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Tori again with Be Creative Crochet. I know it's been a very long time since I've talked to you guys, but I'm just coming back to show you guys a tip. I know I've been really busy for the last couple of months with my kids and everything, so, and especially with everything that's going on in this world. So we've just been going through a lot, but everything has been very well, and I hope all is well with you guys. But the reason why I came on was, like the title says, is that once you learn this method, you would never do the yarn over method again. Now, when I say that, I'm meaning when you're originally doing when you first go in your first stitch. That's what I'm talking about when you do the yarn over. You will never do a yarn over there. When you let's say for double crochet, you know, once you yarn over the first time and then you go through the first stitch, that's when we normally yarn over and pull through 2 and then pull through 2. But we're going to skip that. We're not going to do yarn over. We're going to do hook over method. This stitch is used a lot when you're doing amigurumi. And so what it does is, before I even get started, so what it does is it makes your stitches a whole lot closer to each other, and it makes your stitches a whole lot neater. Now, these are 2 of the animals that I made, and they came from, I think they came from Sweet Crochet Friends. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen them on, you know, their books on Amazon. And this is Cocola. And as you can see, like, as you look at the stitching, it's very like neat. And being that this is all single crochet, doing it this way, it makes your pet look, I mean, just neat. Everything looks so just uniform. You know what I mean? The original way, it doesn't look like this, but this is by doing the yarn, basically the hook over method instead of doing the yarn over method. Okay, so this is how it came out. I don't know if I can zoom out. There we go. Let me see if I can zoom out. No, I cannot. Okay, so this is how he looks, and so just letting you know, it just looks a lot neater. You know what I mean? So I'm going to show you guys how to do this. Most of the time you use that stitch for this when you do this, but you don't normally use it when you're doing clothes or anything like that, or anything else that's not an animal. Okay, so, or a pet. Okay, so let me show you how to do it. Now, I'm going to tell you there's a bunch of pros with this, doing it this way. Okay, like I said, you can actually make a garment doing it this way using double crochets. That's the best part about it, because a lot of times a garment takes a long time to make, especially if you're making something that's like past your knees and is going straight up to your neck. Then a garment like that will take a while if you're doing all single crochets. But this way, it'll make the garment go a lot quicker, and the stitches is very tight, so it wouldn't, you know what I mean, nothing will poke through, basically. Okay, and if you are one that's not consistent in your when you do your chains, this is going to be very good for you. Myself, I do the same thing. I mess up a lot. A lot of times I'm not consistent. I'll end up got to go do something. You know what I mean? So one of my kids may have called me. So my chains don't be consistent. This is perfect for those who have that issue. Okay, actually, it's not even an issue. It's just something that we do. You know what I mean? They're not all consistent. You're going to have one that's going to be large. You're going to have one that's small. It just happens that way. Okay, there's no point in going back trying to fix it. It does not matter when you're doing it this way. Okay, I just want to let you guys know that. So I'm going to just stop right there, and then I'm going to do double crochets. So I'm just going to yarn over, go back 3. So what you do is you first insert your hook. Okay, when you go in first, this is when you do the hook over method. Okay, this is the only time you do the hook over method. Normally what we do is we do this, yarn over, and we pull, and then we pull through 2, and then we pull through 2. That's what we normally do, but that's what we're going to stop. So what we're going to do is we're going to yarn over, insert your hook, hook over, pull through, and what it does is it pulls your stitches. Oops, sorry, let me get in this frame. What it does is it pulls your stitches really close to each other, and then just do like you normally do. This is perfect. Like I said, if you're making a garment and you want to make it quickly and you want to do it, you know what I mean, to where there's nothing poking through, this is what you do. It also makes your stitches more defined as well, because you're really like twisting the I guess I don't know how it works, but it works. I'm just letting you know. Because lately, I'm actually making an outfit, and I'm doing it this way. It looks a lot neater, and it's just, I mean, it's very consistent. You know what I mean? Even though you may not be consistent, but it's consistent regardless. You know what I mean? So that's why I like it. You see? This is so tight. It doesn't matter if the one loop is bigger than the other. It does not matter. That's why I like it this way, because it's going to pull that stitch close together to where it should be, not having it all separated. Before, it was noticeable. And now doing it this way, yeah, do a garment. I would love to see, you know, what you make using this, doing it this way, doing the hook over method, you know. And half double crochets, oh my goodness, let me tell you, I think I missed some stitches on that one right there. Let me go back some. But when you do half double crochets, yeah, I'm going to show you that on the next row. Okay, you definitely want to see that one. That one is also pretty. They just like I said, it's everything is really defined when you do it. So, and that's what I like. You have your stitches defined, you know. And just I think the only con is maybe learning to do it. That's the only thing. But I don't think that's a con. I think that, you know, anytime you learn something new or you try something different, it works. You know what I mean? You want to share it with everyone else. This is not new at all. It's just something that you don't normally do when you're doing regular, you know, crochet. Let's say if you're making something for someone, a shawl or whatever, you wouldn't normally do it this way. But I'm just saying that try it this way and see how you like it. The stitches are very, very close together, you know, very springy, you know, it's real cool. So I'm going to do right now, I'm going to do the half double crochets doing this method. Okay. Same thing. That first one's always a little tricky, but once you go, hook over and pull through. It's just simple. It's just a matter of remembering to go this way instead of the opposite way that you normally do. You know, that's all. So I'm going to show you this row, and then I'm going to let y'all go. I just wanted to share this tip with you guys because I think a lot of you will end up using it. Look at that. I'm telling you, I think you guys will end up using this a lot more in all of your crochet instead of doing the normal, you know, yarn over, yarn over, yarn over, you know, add a hook over in that, and just see what happens, you know. It looks, I mean, you can play with it. You can play with doing rows with the hook over method and rows without it. I mean, you could do whatever, you know, just try out different things. But I just know that when doing amigurumi, that it makes your stitches look neat, you know, and on point, you know, basically. And that's what I like. I like my stuff to look neat and on point. So as you can see, it looks neat and on point. So I just wanted to share that tip with you guys. I think you guys will like it. I think especially for those who do not do amigurumi, this is a tip that we do on that side of town. But I think that you guys will end up liking it a lot, especially if you make garments that you want to hurry it up. You don't want to be on this garment forever, but yet in the stitches, I mean, I'm talking about beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. It looks pretty. Nothing will be poking through. You ain't got to worry about any of that. See, look, let me zoom in. Let me get, look. It's pretty. It's very pretty. I likes. And as you can see from this, just from this alone, how it looks just doing single crochet. So look, they're like, let me get in here. They're like boxes. It looks like little boxes on top of each other. So that's what it looks like when you're doing it with the single crochet. So if you're doing any kind of work that needs box, well, this is going in rounds. So hold on, let me zoom in. Let me get that clear. So this is going in rounds. Now, I'm not sure how it would look. I'm pretty sure it looked the same if you were doing, you know, flat, you know, row by row, going up, This will be perfect. Doing it this method would be perfect for anyone who's doing, you know, a photograph or a picture via, you know, doing it by crochet. I think that would be really pretty. By instead of doing it the yarn over method, do it the hook over method. And it's also a lot easier too when you're changing colors. But the only thing with these, for the patterns for the books, they have you where you could do it continual. I don't like that because it meets a weird jagged edge, and I try to avoid that. So what I do is I end off each row so that it makes it kind of hard to tell where I start, where you know what I mean, where I'm, you know, I finish off. So to me it looks better that way. The other way I think is it's a quicker way. I'm gonna say it like that. It's just a quicker way to do it, but you're gonna have that big old spot right down the middle, or if you do it under the armpit, it's still visible. So if you try to make it, if you don't want that, then you're gonna end off each row. And I mean, honestly, it didn't really matter because a lot of the yarn could be still inside. It's not like you have to weave in a whole bunch of ends or anything. Just tie some knots securely and the cotton and everything, and then weave it in throughout, and you're good to go. It's really quick. It's not like how when you're doing with, you know, regular crochet or anything like that. So, but if you're doing it for a photograph, let's say you're doing it for this. Let me get him out the way. Let's say if you're doing it for this, then you know what I mean, for clothes or anything, just, you know, pick and choose what, you know what I mean, whatever one you want. Just know that doing a stitch, that doing it with the double crochets gives you more stretch. Okay, it's tighter when you do it with the half double crochets and the single crochets. So keep that in mind, okay? Because I don't want people to say, wait, hold up, you said it was stretchy. Wait a minute now, let me clarify that it's mainly only for the double crochet. So if you want a garment, if you want to do it, that's what I'm saying, it's perfect for a garment. So if you're doing an outfit or whatever, do it in this, something that you want to give to, you know what I mean? So you don't have to make the garment cater to your full size. You want something that's going to give a little bit. This bad boy will give. This one up here ain't going to give too much. It's not. So it's like this right here, the half double crochet is almost like doing the single crochets. The single crochet is going to be tight as a mug, as you can see. That's the reason why it's used when you're doing amigurumi. So, and I did it for this one as well. I actually made a boy and girl version of this pattern that she did on Sweet Crochet Friends. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link to the book in the in the description box below. So you guys, I mean, this is really cute. This is Cocola. He's the one that's in the in her book, but Sister Kate's right here. I call her Cocola, and I made this one for my teenage daughter, and this one is for my little girl, my 5-year-old, and this one is for my 15-year-old. So but you know, they're, I don't know, brothers and sisters. I don't know how they play this out, but this one right here, I did I just changed up the pattern, did a little extra, did a little tutu and things like that for her. But like I said, all single crochet, but it needs to be tight. So if you want a tight stitch and you want to get through a garment quickly, then I highly recommend you do the double crochet. Alrighty, so I hope this was of some kind of help to you guys. I hope it's a good tip for you guys to use for those who don't do any amigurumi or, you know, crochet, you know, tightly or anything. This right here, because you're not really crocheting super tight as in tension tight. You're crocheting tight as in, the reason why is by you pulling that stitch together. When you go hook over, you pulling it close to it, to the stitch before. So that's what's making it tight. It's not by you in your tension or hurting your hands because you got a death grip on your hook. You know, there's none of that going on. So I want you guys to also know that as well. I hope I went over everything properly. I mean, I want to make sure that you guys will end up liking this, doing it this way. And I don't know if you want to change it up in your stitch, you know, the abbreviations, but I just use it as a hook over. So maybe I'm going to start, you'll see in some of my patterns that I put on my website, will have the hook over method, but I'll make sure I put that. And then I'll refer back to this video just in case of anybody who doesn't know about this. So they can start using that method. But it really works. It really does. I like it. Ever since I started doing it in Amigurumi, I don't even do the yarn, like when I first insert my hook, I never do the yarn over method ever since then. And I won't be doing that anymore because of that. I just prefer this method. It looks neater. Your stitches are neater. They're more defined. It looks nice. And everything looks more, you know, unison like it should, you know. So, all right. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely give me a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you're new to this channel, but I appreciate everyone who's here, and I appreciate my subscribers. So thank you very much for listening, and have a wonderful day, and don't forget to share. Bye.